it's Liz Yuille from Old Stables Crafts. Thank you very much for joining me again today. I hope you're having a great day. I have to say I've had a fantastic weekend. It's been on stage, which I love. So yes, hurrah! Anyway, today's card is the thank you card that I've sent to my customers who shop with me in March. There were so many of you. Thank you so much. More would be better, but there were a lot of you, so thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm using the Happy Beach stamp set, which is actually the thank you gift that I sent them, because these are the ladies who used my host code, and because it was Celebration, of course, we got extra host rewards during Celebration. So I was able to gift them this lovely stamp set, and I thought this was perfect for the coming summer, which hopefully will be with us very soon. We've had some quite good summery weather, but it would be nice if it was actually summer and was nice and hot and beach happy. So I'm not showing you the card yet because I've posted them all. So I'm going to show you how I made it before I take my Stamparatus to pieces, because I used my Stamparatus. I'm using Pacific Point ink because my card base is Pacific Point. I have to say, for no other reason than I had lots. So I'm starting by doing the outlines, the background stamping. So I'm using this image and the palm tree. This is two-step stamping, so you've got this, you've got the umbrella and that thing. It's not a beach chair, it's a deck chair. That's the, good grief, I'm going to blame it on the weekend, which would be great, but, you know, it's just me normally. Anyway, so this is two-step stamping. I'm sorry, I'm in a bit of a dizzy mood. Right, so Pacific Point ink. And I lined everything up by, first of all, stamping the outline stamp on my grid paper, because we've got this lovely mini grid paper that's perfect for the Stamparatus. So I put everything, I just made a line where the card mat is going, and yeah. And I'm deliberately having the thanks sort of running almost off the page. Now, these are fairly solid stamps, particularly the umbrella, so I did have to prep my stamp first, and I will show you what I mean by that in a moment. So, stamp that, and yes, that's good. So that's fine. So that's all I need the Pacific Point for. I've done 3 stamps with 1 pass of the Stamparatus, which I love. So I now need my, there we go, I've buried my cut in half stamping. Do you know, I think I need to have a new brain. Chamois, that's the word I'm looking for. It's just ridiculous. I'll just get some of the excess water off that with just a damp cloth, or a clean cloth, cleanish cloth. It's a clean, dirty cloth, if you see what I mean. Right, so the next thing to do is the palm tree, and I will show you what I mean by prepare your stamp. So anything that's a solid image that is a new photopolymer, I just rub my hand over it just to make sure I've got the finish that's put on it when they're made off. The alternative is to find a white rubber eraser, and you can just use that over the top. I used to have one, but it's been, I think, oh, there it is. So one of these, so just a white, you know, pencil eraser, that will take any finish off and just give it a bit of a key. So I'm using Lemon Lime Twist. Well, we've still got it, I'm going to miss it. Lemon Lime Twist for the palm tree. I know palm trees probably aren't Lemon Lime Twist, but I don't care. It's my card, so I don't care. So stamp that. And don't need that anymore, so we'll get rid of that. And there is our palm leaf fronds. Are they fronds? I think they are. So I can remember fronds, I can't remember chamois. Or deck chair. I mean, this really is ridiculous because you use fronds every day of the week. Right, so I can remove that plate and bring in my other plate, which is in desperate need of a proper clean. I've had Versamark ink on it, which does take some cleaning. So, on the subject of which, I'm about to use embossing powder. So the first thing to do is to make sure that your stamped image is dry and that you've not got any sticky fingerprints on it, because what you don't want, particularly as I'm deliberately having a lot of white space, you don't want embossing powder where you don't want it. So Versamark ink pad, which I have recently re-inked, and I'm sorry, I'm juddering the camera. I've recently re-inked this, so it's very, 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 very inky. And then, assuming I've got everything lined up properly, that will give us our outline image and our palm tree trunk. So if I move that out of the way, because I don't need that now, I can grab my embossing powder and have a good old sprinkle and a really good tap. Once you're happy that you've got embossing powder everywhere where you need it, you then need to get rid of where you don't. So just flick at the back, make sure you haven't got too much on your hands, and that looks fine. Pop the lid on that, and then it's time for the trusty cheese board. Now, I know I say this every time, but just in case I've got new viewers, which would be lovely, and if so, welcome. Heat your embossing tool first, your heat gun first, because it will make the whole melting of your embossing powder much better and your card will warp less. Sorry about the noise. And then just point your heat tool at your embossing powder. Don't do all this wafty malarkey, that doesn't do anything. Your embossing powder actually has to get hot, and wafting your heat tool doesn't get it hot. Excellent, and just then heat it from the back a little bit to help flatten it out. Perfect! Right, so I have a Pacific Point card base, which is just a half sheet of A4 scored down the middle, and that will be our card. Got embossing powder. So this is where you need, ideally I would have liked snail, but my snail seems to have been, I think it's still packed from the weekend. Right, so I'll use liquid adhesive instead. You need, because it is a little warped, this card, not hugely because we heated it from the back, but because it has warped a little, I'm using a lot more glue than I would normally use. And then we just pop it on the card, and I like to do my press from the back because then you can have a really good push. And there is your lovely card with gold embossing and that beautiful two-step stamping. Hopefully my customers, my lovely customers, will enjoy receiving that. And it's just a nice thank you card. I always leave my thank you cards blank so that they can use them. I think it's just a nice little added benefit for shopping with me. So there we go. Thank you very much indeed. If you would like to shop with me, I would be delighted. If your order is between, well, under £150 and over £20. If you use the host code, then you will get a share in the host rewards. So it can be anything, it can be a tool, it can be a stamp set. It really depends on how much the pot is. I look at the number of people who've shopped with me, divide that into the amount of money we've got in the pot, and that is what I spend on each person who has shopped with me for the month. The host code for the month is in the description bar below, as is a link to the associated blog post, where you will find all the information about this, and I'll put some added information about using the host code. If you use the host code, you also get a sunflower reward for every £30 you spend in any one order. So if you spend £30 on an order, you get one reward. If you spend £60 in one order, you get 2 rewards. If you spend £40 in one order and 20 in another, you only get 1 reward, because it's for every £30 in any one order, not over a period of time. So, and I should say that for 10 sunflower rewards, you then get to exchange that for free product from me. Anything you want up to £30 from any of the current catalogues at the time when you wish to place the order. So, thank you very much indeed for watching. I hope you're having a fantastic week, and I look forward to seeing you again very soon.